Okay. Okay, guys. Hey, how are you? How's everyone? So this day is special for me for two reasons. I had my cousin / brother come out from New York just for this, and he surprised me last night with this. Anthony, I love you. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. Him and my brother were the reasons why I started doing this whole thing when I was a kid. So this is hours of me being forced to listen to Jay-Z and Nas and DMX as a kid. So this is their fault. And secondly, I know a lot of you know me from high school. And this first piece might bring back a lot of memories. It might not. Bye.
I love it.
So, just bear with me, and if I start crying, cry with me. Okay. And if I get a little offensive, then just put yourself in my shoes, because that's what I was dealing with back then.
Okay.
All right. Guys, come on. You're really pretty. Not just because you're crippled, but if you weren't, you'd be prettier. On top of that, you're talented, smart, funny. I like you. Unfortunately, we can only be friends. No, trust me, I like you. It's just, yeah. You're afraid of what your friends will think of the woman you're dating because they'll be in this relationship too. No, I get it. It's totally cool how you let your friends micromanage every single aspect of your life as if they were your parents. I should apologize for wasting my time thinking you'd be different, but that's over 15 apologies that I have to write, and I'm not up for that. Sorry. My friends say I'm still young and I shouldn't be running a race to hold hands with love at the end, but they don't get it. This is something that that will live with me forever. The way I walk shouldn't be a justification for people to decide how they treat me. Somehow, it is. Too many of you have smiled in my face, turned around and placed the knife so smoothly through my back. I've seen it. But you man, you've got to do better. Didn't your mothers raise you to have respect for other women? Yes, I'm a woman who's spilled her heart onto paper countless times trying to get you to love me. That's when I realized the only man capable of reciprocating what I feel is my old friend, hip-hop.
Let's go!
Picked me up off the floor more times than I can say for a few of you, reminding me that I can be what I want to be without your petty stamps of approval. I'm so sick of all the fabricated, recycled, generic excuses. However, I do thank you all for serving as my best muses. This is the second piece. This is a fan favorite that I was told to do tonight. So, alright. And I've actually done, this is like the first one I did the first time at the first dash, so you guys might know it if you were here. In a few weeks, she's going to break your heart. Just like she did last time and the time before that. She'll whisper that she loves you, knowing how much you love her. However, she's lying through the pearly whites that live behind the smile that hypnotized you in the first place. I'll tell you how soft it is, massaging each worry away. In the middle of the night, her tongue will become familiar with each bone structure on your body from head to toe and make a detour to each of your tattoos. The next morning, you'll wake up and realize she left again with no explanation. But on her pillow, you find the note that reads, I love me more. You'll remember me. You remember the weeks you spent tangled up in wide words, falling for me at a mile a minute, just to tell me your heart just isn't in it. I let you roam freely, letting you back in her arms, only to have you bounce back and tell me you want me. But I'm sorry. My heart just isn't in it. My time is not to be wasted. I want you to become familiar with how sweet revenge tastes. An old one, which I really enjoyed doing because I was able to speak 2 languages in this one. I don't do that often in my pieces.
Do it. Bilingual.
Alright. Whenever people ask where I'm from, I proudly say, I'm Dominican. Then they all look at me like I'm wearing some Medusa-inspired headpiece. Why is it so hard to believe that a family roots grow from Dominican trees where the food is amazing and the culture's eye-opening? Oh, that's right. My skin is too pale, my eyes are almost green. My hair isn't as nappy as other girls are used to seeing. My point is never proven until I open my mouth to speak and Dominican lingo escapes from my lips. Dímelo. That's when the mouth wide open look turn into nods of approval, or even on the dance floor with my hips moves the sounds of Anthony Santos, Luis Varias, and of course, El Torito. History has taught us that if you're Dominican, your skin has to be the color of the café con leche you drank in the morning, and your eyes as brown as the tree trunks that savoring the streets of the campo your mother grew up in.
Hello.
Next time someone remarks the color of my skin, I'll proudly boast that yes, I'm in fact Dominican. I'll tell them I'm white because God drew me this way. I wanted people to think of the beach whenever they looked at me. Skin is pale as the sand that burns your feet, and eyes the color of the sun as they swim over the water.
Something like that.
This next piece will kind of introduce the next tune I'm doing, or the second to last, and then the last one that I'm doing. Somewhere between our sunrise to sunset conversations, we delved into different versions of ourselves. The communication blew like an old fuse and we lost one another. How does that even happen? How do you watch me slip away and not move a muscle towards me? You say your walls are up too high and that's the reason you won't let me in, but I call bull. The way our energy flowed so effortlessly, people swore we were made for one another. But you were probably off putting my smile on another woman. Which is fine, I won't blame you. I know on some days I'm the worst person to deal with because my anxiety gets the best of me and I take it out on you. Something I hold on to like a child clutching her blanket, my heart. I've had it under my sleeve for too long, but it's getting too heavy. You say you don't know your way around because you're new here, but that's why you have me. I'll guide you with my eyes closed until you know me like the back of your hand. It'll take some getting used to, but I promise. I have no plans of being anywhere but here. So stop trying to push me away. I know we're both stubborn, but somehow the missing pieces of your heart resemble mine, and I need to show you what a great fit we'd be. So sit down, kick back, I'll throw some Jay-Z on, and later tell you why I'm thankful he drew me closer to the man who inspired all these poems. For the record, that guy, no good. Right name. Okay, and then this is my second class and then my last one. To which Nas answered, it was written. He failed to mention where exactly. Was it in the stars, the skies, the moon, your skin? 4 places I've never been to. Not out of fear, you just never trusted me enough to grant me access. Or maybe you just didn't believe in me. I may have a way with words, but they mean nothing if I can't use them as the keys that will unlock what you call your heart. I traveled plenty of roads in search of where it was written, but I'm having trouble finding it. Then again, I'm not surprised. Leave it to a man to leave me with words I can't do much with but toss and turn, trying to look for the answers in between my bed sheets. Bed sheets, the one place you never came to. Probably the only part of me you never touched. Figuratively, you reach places in me I forgot existed. Literally, you might have ruined them for everyone else. With your hands, you created a masterpiece with each touch, you knew the only way to ruin me. I'm allergic to sweet nothings, but you fed them to me wittingly, so nobody could put out the fire you fought so hard to write within me. That's that. It was a certain person's favorite piece when I first met them, so I'm doing it out of regret. He doesn't want me to do that. He doesn't want me to do that. His friends don't either. Anyway. Guys, come on. The last piece, bear with me. There will be days where I will speak your name metaphorically and make it sound like poetry. I'll be Da Vinci, you will serve as my Mona Lisa. With the use of my words and your beauty, I'll paint the prettiest picture. I'll read you out loud and have people think of you as my favorite book. At night, I'll hold you close until your soul finds mine and we become one. Your only job is to make sure I stay sane and keep my feet on the ground. For I've been known notoriously for leaving when things get good, but something about you makes me want to stay and see how far we'll go. Not saying this to be a walk in the park because I'm not built for trees and flowers, but I do want this thing to just be ours. See, baby, I'm sure I could spend hours trying to fit your name into a stereotypical breakup poem, but I try my best to stay away from those. Just once I want to write something that'll make people scream with pleasure, tap their fingers with excitement, just like your voice does. First piece again, just so that people, kind of get a clear picture of who I really am. So I'm gonna need everyone to respect the mic real quick for 2 seconds. That's all I'm asking for 2 seconds. Again, I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but that's just a walk in my shoes every day for the 6 years I went to school here. For a crippled girl, you're really pretty. Not just because you're crippled, but if you weren't, you'd be prettier. On top of that, you're talented, smart, funny. I like you. Unfortunately, we can only be friends. No, trust me, I like you. It's just, no. You're worried about what your friends will think of the woman you're dating because they'll be in this relationship too. No, I get it. It's totally cool. How you let your friends micromanage every single aspect of your life as if they were your parents. I should apologize for wasting my time thinking you'd be different, but that's over 15 apologies I have to write, and I'm not up for that. Sorry. My friends say I'm still young and I shouldn't be running a race to hold hands with love at the end, but they don't get it. This is something that will live with me forever. The way I walk should not be a justification for people to decide how they treat me. Somehow, it is. Respect to my guys, I see you. Too many of you have smiled in my face, turned around and placed the knife so smoothly through my back. I've seen it. But you men, man, you've got to do better. Didn't your mother raise you to have respect for other women? Yes, I am a woman. A woman whose heart has spilled onto paper countless times trying to get you to love me. That's when I realized. The only man capable of reciprocating what I feel is my good old friend, hip-hop. He's picked me up off the floor more times than I can say for a few of you, reminding me that I can be what I want to be without your petty stamps of approval. I'm so sick of all the fabricated, recycled, generic excuses. However, I do thank you all. I see some of you in the audience, I won't call you out, for serving as my best muses.